What's up, YouTube? Been a minute. Chad here, Smoky George Cafe. Like I said, I haven't done a cooking video or anything like that really here in a little bit. Been prepping for the whole hog. And I just got off work a little earlier and had a little shower. It was a little hot and dirty from work, but prepping this guy, and I'm actually fixing to run a test on him. I ordered myself a new leave-in probe for the hog, and it's a double probe. So I'm gonna run a test on my cooker. I'm gonna have one probe kind of at one end, one probe at the other end, and I'm gonna see kind of what temperature variations I can expect during the cook. It'll kind of let me know where to put, because this hog's bigger than the last one we cooked. It'll kind of let me know where to put the hog, maybe when to rotate the hog if I'm going to do that. So, and check it out, y'all. There's all focus. There it is. There's all my wood that I've cut up for the hog cook. So fixing to run a test, and in the meantime, so that I'm not wasting my cooker, going to just throw some burgers on there, have some pit burgers. Sounds good. Sounds good. My hair has gotten super duper long, y'all. I gotta do something about it here pretty soon. Yeah, anyway, let me run this test and I'll check in with y'all and we'll see what these numbers look like. What about that? All right, I've got one at this end, one at this end. So we're gonna see what these, gonna run them like this for a little bit. That's probe 1 and that's probe 2. We're gonna run them like that and see how that works out. Got the Temp Pro here. So, all right, let me get the lid on here and cut this thing on and stoke the fire a little bit, and we're gonna see what we got, y'all. Okay, y'all, getting some interesting readings on this thing. It's going back and forth, which is weird. Right now, the end closest to the fire has spiked a little bit, and the end away from the fire is kind of running what it normally runs. Let me show y'all. Okay, probe 1 and probe 2. Probe 1 is right about here. Probe 2 is at this end closest to the fire, probably right around in here somewhere. But it's running a little bit hotter. It's running 331, which you would expect being closer to the fire. But it's weird. It's going back and forth from almost even with probe 1 and then spiking a little bit, which I don't know what exactly that means. This right here is running pretty true. I'm sitting 325, and I told y'all it runs about 50 degrees difference here, and that's what I'm showing here, 275. That's 50 degrees dead on, y'all. This one's running 338 over here. So, something interesting to keep in mind for when the cook happens. It's hot tending the fire, and the humidity is through the roof right now. Feels like it could rain at any minute, but something interesting to watch. Which you would expect the end closest to the fire to be hotter, but it's really not tremendously hotter. So it's a good sign. Good sign. Since we're going to try to probably cook the hog around 220, that kind of gives me something to shoot for. I think we can make that happen. Anyway, I'm gonna run this a little bit longer before I put my burgers on there and kind of cook them. But I'm gonna run it at least an hour, and then after that, kind of check it and see, check my averages and see what it's averaging out to. All right, y'all. See y'all in a minute. Okay, y'all. I've been running this for probably close to an hour now, and I'm running on the thermometer here. I'm below 250. I'm 212 right there, 252 right about here. So it's about a, what's that, 40 degrees? Yeah, 40 degree difference, which isn't bad in my opinion. I don't think it's bad at all. So this actually is probably going to be pretty close to where I run this thing for the hog. I'm probably going to run it in that 210 to 250 range across the entire grate here. So yeah, I'm gonna run this a little bit longer and kind of see, to maintain those temps, kind of see the size splits that I need to put on there. Probably not going to put more than one at a time, it'd be my guess. Either one large one or maybe one medium sized one. I guess if I have to, if they're having trouble igniting the larger fires with the coal bed I've got, or the larger logs of the coal bed I got, I can split them into smaller splits and then burn more smaller splits in there. But the hog cook is looking good, y'all. It's looking good. All right, let me keep sciencing the shit out of this. We sciencing on a Friday evening, y'all. Let's keep going. Okay, y'all. I have worked up a sweat out here this evening. It is humid, y'all. Like this might be the most humid day of the summer so far, which I don't mind. But running this fire, it does make it a little bit warm on you. But I found out that to run this cooker, where I think I want to run it for the hog cook, which is around 210, kind of, you know, in this area, all the way down to 250, which is in this area. So, you know, we're going to average out to, what's that going to average out to? 230-ish, somewhere's in there. 225-ish, 230-ish. To do that, I'm going to have to, first, I'm going to go ahead and build a good fire, get all these blocks good and warm in there, ready to go, which is going to be end of July, toward the end of July. So it ain't going to be hard to get them warm and keep them warm, but I'm going to do that and then let that simmer down. And then I'll put the hog in there, and I can maintain that temperature that I want with 2 to 3 what would be medium-sized splits for this cooker here. So this science experiment, I think, has been a success, and I probably gonna go inside and take me another shower now. But yep, I think we are prepared for the hog cook, y'all. That'll be the next video. Anyway, this has been Chad, a sweaty Chad, with the Smoky George Cafe Barbecue YouTube channel. And next up, we're whole hogging it, y'all. Whole hogging it.